Hi, welcome to our labs. Here we develop all the interaction between bang-olufsen home automation products and the different brands of home automation drivers and lighting control equipment. So here we have all our mess we work with usually. And we've been for some time developing BeoLink Gateway, which is the new bang-olufsen product for home automation. It will replace Mastering Gateway, which you already know as installers. And I'm just going to tell you some cool features in BeoLink Gateway that will get you interested in this. In other videos, we'll go through all of the setup of BeoLink Gateway. But just as a summary, BeoLink Gateway still uses a web-based user interface, both for setting up and for the web panel that the end user has in his home. There's a drastic improvement. Setting up of BeoLink Gateway is in real time. So everything you type on the user interface is already running on the system. You don't have to apply changes, remember to save, test, apply all the stuff. Everything, as you type it, is already running on the system. So that makes life quite easier. Also, you have on-screen validation of fields. So as you type, you know if you are typing something correctly or you're making a mistake, for example, in an address or something. So that is quite cool. It changes a lot how you work with BeoLink Gateway. Also, we have auto-save features, so you don't have to remember to save your work. The work is saved by itself all the time. So if anything happens, you can always revert to your older settings. So one less thing to care about. Also, the programming model has changed considerably. Now everything, absolutely everything, is based in zones. In Mastering Gateway, you have zones for some things, like BeoLink products. Now you have zones for everything. Home automation controllers go into a zone, macros go into a zone, so you can have access to all the things in a zone and don't be disturbed by all the other features in other zones while you're setting up the system. So for example, I'm setting up this room, so I can readily have access to all the macros, resources, systems in this room and don't care about the rest of the house. So that makes it quite easier to understand how everything is organized. Also, there are quite new features regarding the auto-discovery or capturing of events. For example, I have a lighting control system. I just go and press a button on the wall and immediately, in real time, I already have what's happening and I can add that as a resource and have it just working in a snap. Also, we have made an effort to have a homogeneous model of very different systems. So you have different brands of, for example, lighting control systems or home automation systems. In Mastering Gateway, each one had its own features, like a Lutron keypad or a LK Schneider button. Now, everything goes into what we call standard resource types, like a button, a thermostat, a dimmer, a shade. So you can do things like, say, press all buttons in this room, or close all shades in the house. No matter if you have like many different systems running in your home, you can say things like press all buttons, or put all audio-video products into standby, or raise the volume of all products in the house. Because now they are all just like grouped into standard what you call resource types. And that allows for generic programming. It's a new feature of BeoLink Gateway. So you can say things like when a user presses a button called mute in any room, in that same room, you just mute all the audio video products. It's one macro that applies to all the house. So that's a very nice feature that allows you to make programming throughout the whole residence with one or two macros. In Masterlink Gateway, you have to do a specific macro for each room, for each feature. One thing that installers had a bad time trying to figure out how it works was the scheduler in Masterlink Gateway that allowed you to do timed execution of commands. That's gone. No longer do we have a scheduler. What we have now is that when you make a macro, the list of commands, you can add a simple, just add a delay between commands. So between the first command and the second, like 5 minutes delay. So you can add delays you want when you make a macro, and at the end of the macro, for example, you can call the same macro again. So you can make a loop just like that. So a new command is like calling a macro, and you can stop that from another macro. You can calling macros and stopping macros is a new feature, a new type of command that you have access to in BeoLink Gateway. So in the next videos, we go through all the setup. We'll show you the hardware we have here for demos, and all the screenshots of how we go through BeoLink Gateway. Hope you enjoy.